Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the A&R NASCAR Cup Series Season 3. We are here at Watkins Glen for the Gold Bowling at the Glen 500. These 24 drivers are going to battle it out to see who can get the victory here at Watkins Glen. There's a slot missing. Bubba Wallace is in fact on his way now in his Air Force hauler, and he will be arriving in style with his hauler. And here he comes out of the hauler. Now that we've got the whole roster, qualifying was rained out, so it'll just be the finishing order of last week's race at Texas Motor Speedway. Ty Dillon will get the pole position because he had won last week at Texas, followed by Joey Logano, Alex Bowman, Kevin Harvick running a exclusive paint scheme for this track. It's the Busch Generation X car. Pretty good looking scheme. And to round out the top 5 is Ryan Blaney. After a quick off-camera move to the paint booth, Kyle Larson had changed to his 2019 McDonald's because the people at the shop messed up and put the 2018 McDonald's scheme on the car. So a quick trip to the paint shop and he has gotten that updated. The pace car will be doing a demonstration run here at Watkins Glen to show you the layout. It starts with a downhill gravity speed past the lineup of cars, past Kevin Harvick's Mobil 1 trailer, around a 180 degree turn that is next to the flag stand, 180 degrees into a booster that goes into a long straightaway, goes into a 180, and then a 90 left, 90 right, and then the finish line. This race is brought to you by Nutthins. Nutthins Smokehouse Turn. And here goes the pace car. Ignore that. Around a turn. I don't think the booster was primed, and the pace car will stop right there. Let's get on to racing, shall we?
Ty Dillon is going to lead it off today. He won the race last week at Texas, his second win of the season. He's going for his third. In 3, 2, 1. Ty Dillon through the booster, and Ty Dillon with a spectacular run to open up today's race. Wow, stunning from Ty Dillon.
Next up, we have Joey Logano in the number 22 Pennzoil car. In 3, 2, 1. Through the booster. Backwards. He'll land right there. He made it around the second 180 backwards. He will be put right there. Here's the replay of Joey Logano. You can see it goes through the booster backwards and just ends up backwards through. His front end digs into the dirt, which righted himself back onto the track.
Next up, we have Alex Bowman. While he's getting ready, let's flash back to last year. This is where Alex Bowman won at Watkins Glen last year. What an incredible moment for Alex Bowman. He took his first career victory away from his teammate, William Byron. But here he is. He's going to try to repeat at Watkins Glen in 3, 2, 1. He's off. And he can't even make it to the booster, so a repeat will not happen for Alex Bowman. But he's locked into the playoffs with his win at Fontana earlier this year.
Next up, we have Kevin Harvick in his Gen X car. Gnarly. In 3, 2, 1, go. Through the booster, upside down, backwards, and he goes further than Logano.
So basically, the game is anything you can do, I can do better. So Harvick does exactly what Logano does, but a little bit better. So Kevin Harvick to second place here at the Glen. And here we go again. Kevin Harvick through the booster, backwards, and passes Joey Logano for second place. Now, let's see if Ryan Blaney can do better than Kevin Harvick and Joey Logano, his teammate. 3, 2, 1. Can he go backwards? Let's see. No, he keeps it straight, but he passes both of them, both of the Fords. And he's a Ford, so it's Ford Fest up here, except for the leader. Ryan Blaney to second place. Kevin Harvick drops to third. Joey Logano goes to fourth.
Next up, we have Martin Truex Jr. in his number 19 Sirius XM car. And he's upside down, right on his roof. Here's the instant replay. Martin Truex Jr. Is sideways out the booster, and then his front end just digs into the dirt, and it sends him over onto his roof, sliding on his roof a couple hundred feet, and landing right there.
Next, we have Ricky Stenhouse Jr. coming off a dismal Season 2. Hoping to rebound here in Season 3. He's going to have his shot at the Glen in 3, 2, 1. And he keeps it clean. He doesn't flip over. He just runs through the grass. So Ricky Stenhouse Jr. not quite into the top 5.
Don't even need to move.
He is in the top 5 because he passed Martin Truex Jr. So Ricky Stenhouse Jr. into the top 5 now. Martin Truex Jr. drops to 6th. And Alex Bowman is all the way down there.
Next up, teammate of Alex Bowman, Jimmy Johnson in his number 48 Ally car. Let's see how well he does in 3, 2, 1, go. Through the booster, sideways, crashes into. It's a good thing we put this box here as a barrier. His rear end just clipped right into it, and then he almost went careening into the Nut Thin Smokehouse turn barriers.
Next, we have Eric Almirola, who is a winner at this track. Flash back a couple years ago, Eric Almirola took the lead from Dale Earnhardt Jr. late, and then David Reagan took his turn, and David Reagan spun out, so Eric Almirola was able to take the victory. So Eric Almirola got kind of an early Christmas present from David Reagan there. We'll see if he can do well here. I don't think he's going to have a present given to him this year. He's just going to have to go out there and pass Ty Dillon, because Ty Dillon's way out there. So let's see what Eric Almirola can do. He's the points leader, but only by 1 point over Ty Dillon. So 3, 2, 1. There goes Eric Almirola. Well, he will be losing the points lead today.
Next up, we have the number 41 of Daniel Suarez. He at the beginning of the season, he switched over to Stewart-Haas Racing, and going away from Joe Gibbs Racing, but that hasn't done him well. He's currently last. He's currently sitting last in points, behind Daniel Hemrick and Jimmy Johnson and William Byron. Let's see if he can do any better here at Watkins Glen. In 3, 2, 1. I believe the booster was not primed. That's a rerun. Somebody's getting fired. I mean, hello. He's back for his second run in 3, 2, 1. And he missed it entirely. We prime it for him, and then he doesn't even use it. He's back for a third run just because he made it the first time. He didn't make it the second time. It's only fair to give him another shot. In 3, 2, 1. Through the booster, and he's upside down right there. He dug into the dirt and he landed upside down.
Here is Ryan Newman. He has had a great season so far. Currently sitting 6th in the standings with 82 points on the season with his new team, Roush Fenway Racing. Let's see what he can do here at the Glen in 3, 2, 1. Through the booster and into the back of Eric Almirola and takes out the sign. Well, I guess NASCAR will be sending him a fine for damaging NASCAR equipment.
Next up is Kyle Larson in his repainted McDonald's car. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's him there. I thought for a second that Daniel Suarez was the one upside down. Nope, Kyle Larson is.
Next, we have the 24 of William Byron, who got beat out by his teammate Alex Bowman last year. So he had a runner-up finish. Let's see if he can finish one spot better than second place. That's really hard math, I know, but let's see if he can do it. 3, 2, 1. Never mind, we forgot to prime the booster. See y'all. I swear whoever's supposed to be priming that booster should be fired. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Oh, William Byron. Wow, what a jumbled mess of cars over here.
Next up, we have Brad Keselowski in his number 2 Auto Trader car. In 3, 2, 1, go. Nobody primed the booster. Robert is going to get fired today. Anyways, Brad Keselowski again in 3, 2, 1. Oh, it didn't even make it.
Next, we have Eric Jones in the 20 car in 3, 2, 1. Off he goes, through the booster, into the mess of cars. That's nothing new.
Next up, we have Kyle Busch. Let's see if the Candyman can win this race. In 3, 2, 1. Robert. Let's try this again. Crashing into the sign. I think he got... Oh, no, there he is.
Next, we have Chase Elliott, who won this race in the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. He's looking to do the same here in the A&R NASCAR Cup Series. Had to make sure Robert did his job and loaded the booster there. In 3, 2, 1. Off goes Chase Elliott. Well, I guess he didn't need the booster, because he's there sitting with his teammate, Alex Bowman.
Next up, oh, that's way too much soon. Next up is Clint Bowyer in 3, 2, 1. So the booster goes crashing into this box. I think he just made Eric Almirola a better position.
Next up is Paul Minard in 3, 2, 1.
Didn't even need it.
Alright. An absolutely stunning run from Paul Menard there. I mean, history breakers.
Next up is Daniel Hemrick in 3, 2, 1. Goes crashing into the same pile. Nobody is making it past this 180.
Next, we have his teammate Austin Dillon in 3, 2, 1. Look at that. Robert primed the booster. And he passes Kevin Harvick for third place. Austin Dillon moves to third. That will give him a great finish, a great points boost as well as he's trying to make the playoffs. He passes Joey Logano as well. What a great run from Austin Dillon. He shows all these losers who can't make it past how it's done.
Next up is Bubba Wallace Jr. and his number 43 Aftershocks in 3, 2, 1, go. Goes crashing into the sign, does a twirl on his roof, and he buried some other cars beneath the sign too.
Next we have Denny Hamlin, who desperately needs a good run here at the Glen. He is 23rd in the standings, so almost dead last. He's only acquired 36 points during the season in the first 5 races. He needs a great run here. In 3, 2, 1. He's going to take his shot. That's not ideal. He at least makes it past that section over there.
Our final driver is Kurt Busch in his number 1 gear wrench. And I'd like to point out, all 4 drivers of Joe Gibbs Racing are right here. 11, 18, 19, and 20. Let's see how Kurt Busch can do in 3, 2, 1. So the booster crashes into the sign, and he will be finishing the race on his lid next to the sign. Kind of poetic, just finishing where we started.
And ladies and gentlemen, take a guess on who won the race. Ty Dillon. Wow! What a surprise. Ty Dillon won the race. So he now takes secure spot in the top spot in the standings. Ryan Blaney with a phenomenal run, 2nd place. Austin Dillon as well finishes 3rd. 3rd and 4th goes to the number 3 and the number 4. Kevin Harvick and Joey Logano, the backwards twins, they finish 4th and 5th. Good points boost for them. Joey Logano, trying to push for a championship run here. Consecutive finishes of 2nd and 5th. What a run for the 22. Jimmy Johnson, 6th place. He is really making some gains here. If he keeps this up, he can make the playoffs. Let's see, Daniel Hemrick, finished 7th. Eric Almirola, the points leader, finishes 8th. A good run for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the Sunny D car. 10th goes to Martin Truex Jr. And here's the rest of the Joe Gibbs Racing team. And then over here we have Clint Boyer, Kyle Larson, Ryan Newman, Bubba Wallace, William Byron, Daniel Suarez, and Kurt Busch. And it looks like Bubba Wallace is going to head out. He's not happy with his finish, I guess. Brad Keselowski, Paul Menard, as well. Chase Elliott and Alex Bowman, a couple of Hendrick Motorsports Chevys, did not do well today. Their teammate Jimmy Johnson did well, so I wonder why they weren't able to make any gains here today. William Byron did okay as well, but Alex Bowman does the exact opposite of what he did last year. He goes from first to worst, so there's nothing really to worry about in means of getting into the playoffs because he's locked in, but certainly not what the 88 wanted coming into today, neither the 9 of Chase Elliott. Well, it looks like Bubba Wallace is going to head out. I'm head out. So Ty Dillon gets 24 points. His 3rd win of Season 3. So Ty Dillon just pulling away here in the wins column. Looks like nobody's going to catch him. His closest competitor last year was Kyle Larson. He has not been doing as well as Ty Dillon at all. So looks like Ty Dillon, the championship favorite, once again, as he was last year. But Kevin Harvick stole it away last year at Homestead Miami Speedway. But this is all from Watkins Glen International in New York. Thank you all for watching the A&R NASCAR Cup Series. It's been a pleasure broadcasting this with you, and we will see you all later.